Hey, what's going on, Gemini? This is going to be your new moon read for the Virgo new moon taking place September 9th. And that Virgo new moon the energies is going to actually last through October 8th. So depending on when you're watching this reading, that it may resonate for you anytime during that time frame. All right, Gemini. The intentions for this new moon read is to help us highlight the intentions that we want to put forth to the universe so that ultimately they can return to you. So I'm going to take a look at that right now for you. All right, Gemini, let me shuffle one more time, and thanks for being patient while I get your cards situated. Oop. All right, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, coming into the September full moon, or at some point during this, I'm sorry, I said full moon. I meant to say the new moon cycle. I'm showing here that you are the Five of Wands in reverse. So this could be a time right now where you're just feeling like you don't want to be in competition with others. Also, Gemini, this is also symbolizing here that you may not be, interested in just having conflict with anybody. This could be saying that right now you don't have any conflict with anyone, and, everything is pretty okay between your peers or amongst the people that are in your life or the people that you have to make decisions about. I'm showing here that, there's no ongoing situation right now that could be causing any conflict. For a lot of you, it's, I won't say stagnant, but more just stable, but on a positive upbeat. Okay? Now, for some of you, what you may need to leave behind during this new moon cycle is you may need to leave behind needing to feel like you have to always be, putting your 100% into everything. I feel like a lot of you are putting 100% into everything, maybe because you are trying to avoid having conflict in your environment, but it could be to your detriment. Some of you may even be like, I feel like you may even be, making yourself sick with worry about how you can maybe make things easier for the people around you. And they might necessarily feel as considerate towards you. So coming through this new moon cycle, Gemini, I feel like you need to, just leave behind, not saying not have that work ethic or that drive that you do have, or or anything like that, but I just feel like it may just be a time to recognize when it's okay to play a little bit and not necessarily be so serious. Okay. Now, as far as the types of intentions coming forth that are mostly going to be highlighted for you, Gemini, I just feel like right now it is a sense of not necessarily making any waves. Like, I feel like right now you're not interested in making any new moves. Like I said, it's not like you're stagnant. I feel like stagnant is like, okay, it's that way because you'd rather it be more active, but I feel like you're choosing, the stable, slow moving nature over, everything else, over being, fast moving, and that's okay. Okay, so going forward, I feel like the best way that you can actually usher in this new beginning with calling it, through the actions during this new moon cycle is by, just literally eliminating the things in your life that don't need to be there. Like the things that aren't serving you in your life, like really like take a look at it and review it and cut it out in your life, cut it out of your life, but also welcome the things that are in your life that that are going to, you know, replace this hard work, because something is going to have to replace it. Okay? And, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a hard worker. There's nothing wrong with trying to pull everything together. But sometimes, you know, we can, you know, push ourselves a little bit too much and make the people around us too comfortable. And then it creates conflict within ourselves. And then it actually does make us feel stagnant, because now we feel like our lives isn't for us. So this is you just saying, you know what, I need to do what's good for me. Like what you need to do is call forth toward the universe and say, you know, listen, universe, what I am looking for, what I want to get out of this new moon cycle, what I would like to have coming towards me for my next cycle is the feeling of being able to express express myself through my positive attitude rather than through having, you know, to work. Or maybe you're saying to the people around you, like, listen, I'm not going to be this way anymore. You know, I'm literally turning the chariot around. Like, this is not going to be me anymore. Okay? And then the most positive things that can come forward for you through this new moon cycle I'm showing here is the Seven of Cups. For me, this is letting me know here that there are going to be a lot of options for you coming up through the future. You just have to make yourself more open to the universe and not so, open to receiving that. I feel like with the Chariot here reversed, you might be closed off to receiving the things that are coming forward to you. Okay, because you ultimately are focused on other things. And that's okay to be focused on other things, like focused on work. But, you know, I feel like, you know, there might be people in your environment that you know, they aren't making any conflict with you because you're almost like their meal ticket in a way. And you need to cut them out. And as soon as you do, you're going to be able to clearly see all of the options that you have in front of you. And also, I feel like right now, some of you, you're going to have to actually work through the illusions of the type of people that you have in your corner. Like you may feel a certain way about some of the people that you have around you, and you'll discover that, you know, the way you've been feeling about them, they've been a completely different way. And it's time for you to get them out of your life and cut them down, or cut them loose rather, and don't put any effort into that. So the card that flips over for us here for additional advice moving forward through the new moon is the Griffin. And through the, I believe that, you know, being an honorable person and, you know, living your life as the best way that you have been, I believe that is going to give you that recognition. And, you know, the good karma that's going towards you is going to come towards you. You just have to understand that you have to let go of certain things in this cycle. And for you, the new moon cycle is bringing forward for you great things, beautiful things. Okay? Honor, good luck, you know, maybe even a new set of people to have in your life that'll actually, you know, be less abusive of, you know, your generosity. So, I mean, that's actually really good. That's some really good energy to be coming into, knowing that, you know, you need to recognize the people that are in your space and, you know, calling forth more positive people to come and replace them, or just calling for, you know, just releasing them so that people or situations that are more suited for you can actually come into you. Or not into you, but, you know, into your life. So, yes. So, I really just see that, you know, you guys are going to be releasing people. more than anything, not necessarily situations. Just, you know, there's just going to be a change up in your peers. And then, you know, where those people may not necessarily respect you now, you know, they don't make any waves with you because, you know, I feel like you are, in a way, you know, maybe supplying them with something, or they're getting something from being in your circle. Definitely. Gemini, they're getting something from being in your circle, but you feel like you're putting in actually all the work, like you're doing all the giving. And it's literally time to turn this chariot the freak around so that you can cut off all of these people in your life, so that you can clearly choose and decide what you want for your life. And then once you do that, or as you're going through that, I don't see any negative impacts happening for you. I just feel like everything is going to go through very smooth. All right, Gemini, thanks so much for watching Luminant Libra. This has been your new moon read for September. You guys enjoy the rest of your Virgo new moon happening on September 9th. Have a good day.